It was me all along making those sounds. Hi, everybody. My name is Peter Mulvey, and if the universe were running on its rails right about now, I would be at the Cafe Carpe. I'd be in the stairwell with Katie Dahl and Chris Porterfield. We'd be standing kind of up in the stairwell, this rickety, winding stairwell, and Bill Camplin would be saying a whole bunch of sort of semi-profane uh, introductions. He'd be talking about he'd be thanking the audience and joshing them, and then we'd be back there and he'd say nice things about us, and then he'd bring us on. But none of that is going to happen because we are suffering through a pandemic with zero leadership. Um, and so instead, we are reaching out via live stream. So last night and tonight and tomorrow and the next night, we're playing at the Cafe Carp in spirit. Thank you to the 100 of you or so who have shown up on the various Facebook pages and YouTube pages. I deeply appreciate it. And if you could do us all a favor right here at the beginning and just hit the share button. There's a button on the stream if you're on Facebook that says share, or you can copy the URL if you're watching on Facebook and go to your social media and say, hey, I'm watching the Lamplighter sessions at the Cafe Carpe. So I appreciate that. Thank you for gathering here and keeping music alive. And my guests tonight are from Door County, Wisconsin, Katie Dahl, and from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Chris Porterfield. And here they are. Hi, guys.
Hey,
Hello.
Peter.
Wow. Here we are, our media empire. Um,
It's vast.
I know, right? I've been doing the Lamplighter sessions, I guess, for 14 years, and I remember about the second or third year, we sold out 2 shows, and we were really happy about that. And then we thought about it, and there was a NASCAR race in North Carolina that had drawn 94,000 people that same day. Show business is cruel. So
It is.
So you guys are doing well. What town in Door County do you live in again?
I live in Bailey's Harbor.
Right.
Yeah.
But
And,
sort of outside of Bailey's Harbor, is it fair to say, or?
it's fair to say. I mean, I'm in the Bailey's Harbor town limits, which I appreciate because the other choice would be Egg Harbor, which I find to be less cool than Bailey's Harbor. But yeah, but unless you're watching from Egg Harbor, in which case I find that way cooler.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm in sort of like the middle of the peninsula, almost exactly geographically speaking.
Right. You could bike across the whole thing in like a couple hours. Or,
Oh, much less time than that.
how wide is the peninsula there?
Well, it depends. I mean, where I am, I bet I could bike across the whole thing, and I'm not fast. I guess it would be a couple of hours. I guess you're right. It's maybe 12 miles.
12 miles.
Yeah.
All right. That's doable. And
Yeah.
Chris, you are in South Milwaukee.
I'm on the very western edge of Milwaukee now. Yeah.
Oh,
We're a little bit further out of town.
Milwaukee itself.
Yes.
So wait a minute. West of you is what?
West of me is it's right across 124th, New Berlin.
New Berlin.
Yeah.
One of those many places that should be called New Berlin,
Yep.
but that's how we roll here in the United States. You've been to Austin, Texas, right?
I have.
They have that street, San Jacinto. That's just how it's pronounced, people. Must be. Oh God. Well, thank you both for being here. So I'm going to whisk you off to the trans-dimensional backstage and play the first song of the night. Enjoy it. I stocked the fridge back there with Yoo-hoo. So. Oh God. I have to take off my headphones in order to actually hear the music here in the room. I wish you were all here with me. This song is called Who's Gonna Love You Now. It's kind of 2020 in a nutshell. When this bird has flown, when spring has sprung, when what you used to know like the back of your hand isn't even on the tip of your tongue, when the chips have settled, when the dust is down, when you have washed off the grease paint and you are still a clown, who's gonna love you? Who's gonna love you now? Who's gonna love you? Who's gonna love you now? Now, now. When the bottle is empty, oh, when money is gone, when you are just another angry old man shouting, get off of my lawn, when your tree has fallen and there was no one to hear it, when your heart is a cornered stray and you can't get near it, who's gonna love you? Who's gonna love you now? Who's gonna love you? Who's gonna love you now? Now. I'm not used to looking at a video of myself while I play music, and what I notice is that on my left index finger, I've got a bunch of super glue on top of it. I cut myself with a pull saw right on the knuckle. It's been bleeding for 2 days, 3 days now. Just thought you might want to know. When the very bottom dollar has gone to the last top dog, when the princess has kissed you soundly and you are still a frog, when there's no way through, when the only way is out, when it is all over but the shouting and you're too tired to shout, tell me who's gonna love you? Who's gonna love you now? Who's gonna love you? Who's gonna love you? Who's gonna love you now? Now, now, now. Now, now. All right. Thank you all for listening. Do say where you're from in the chat. It's always good to see you there. Savannah Camplin is tuned in again. Savannah Camplin, the daughter of Bill and Kitty, who run the Carp. She is here with us in spirit. Wow, we have many, many, many places represented so far. Wonderful. Katie, what have you got for us? What's going to happen now?
What is going to happen now? Well, I think a song. I was thinking a song would be good.
Seems like a good idea.
Yeah. I was thinking, I think like a lot of us, the normal people, the people who were in better mental health than I was before the pandemic, may have been caught off guard, right, by like suddenly worrying that all those they love might die at any moment. But those of us who worry about that all the time maybe felt like, oh, this is just this is just par for the course. So I feel sort of like I've been training since puberty for the year-long worry fest that is the pandemic, and that's lucky. So I was gonna sing a song sort of about that.
All right. I can't wait to be worried.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure you haven't been.
All right.
Yes, the latest song I wrote, and I wrote it for my husband because he's the only person I see. So and I see our son too, but he's mentioned. It's called Silhouette. How do you know that you love who you love? Do you wait for a flood? Do you send out a dove? When I get to wondering how deep or how high, I close my eyes, think about the day you'll die. Oh, love, the day you'll die. I saw death in New Orleans, smoking a serpent pipe, sipping Scotch bonnet tea. And he was looking at you, you were looking at me. He was hanging a bloom on that magnolia tree. Me and you, that magnolia tree. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. I am a canyon, a red riverbed, stones in my belly, birds in my head. And you are the river on the day you run dry. See me reaching forever, stretching up to the sky. The canyon and the river, you and I. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. I love the meadow for the graves at our feet. I love the rainbow for the rust underneath. And that's how I love you. I love your kiss. I love your shadow. All the things I'll miss. Oh, love, the things I'll miss. You planting all the daffodils, pedaling the Iowa hills, pumping that spinning wheel, keeping that even keel, swimming in the cold lake, feeling that old ache, crying for the dead man, dancing to Graceland, lighting up the Christmas tree, yelling at the referee, pouring out coffee and wine, keeping perfect time, swinging that hatchet high, singing a lullaby, every silent duet, every little regret, every endless breath. Your silhouette, your silhouette, your silhouette.
Yeah.
This is where we stand in for the rest of the audience and applaud. Oh, that was beautiful.
That was wonderful.
Thanks.
Someone came on and said that they have been a fan of the Cafe Carpe since it was called the Green Dragon, and that was back in 1292 when the Cafe Carpe opened. as- Sorry. Also, I see a Higdon somewhere in the comments there.
That's my mother-in-law.
Oh, hello,
Hi, Dorothy.
Dorothy Higdon. Do you guys, are you able to see the comments too? I don't know how you.
Yeah, I can't like scroll
can
back any farther than I can see, but I can see the most recent little segment.
Gotcha. Excellent. Oh, well, Mr. Porterfield, what have you got for us here?
Well, Mr. Mulvey, I'm trying to think when I first when you first invited me to start jumping on some of these Lamplighters. It's been a handful of years now.
Yeah,
and it's
3 or
always
4 or 5.
yeah, it's always a real highlight. It sort of helps mark the season a bit. So I'm glad that we're still able to do this in the way that we can.
Next year in Jerusalem.
I'll be there.
All right.
So I have a band called Field Report, and we put out our 4th record, I think the first week of the pandemic.
Oh, timing.
Yeah, really nailed it. And so it's strange. It almost feels like it never happened, because
Right.
it kind of never did. Because it takes playing for people, with people, to sort of complete the circuit to make it do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just going to play some songs that were on that record. And so I'm going to start off with one that I think I might have played for the first time at one of your Lamplighters a year or two ago. It's called Peoria.
Oh, all right. Here we go.
And I'm going to do what you do, take off the headphones, because that is the way to do it. We were falling behind every day for weeks. It's been getting darker as the clouds are forming. I couldn't find the keys, and panic flapped its wings. And let in a little light on daylight savings morning. If I should go, if I should go, I'd do it for you. Peoria. Unroll my mind, lay it out to dry in the sun. Steel my spine for the knives that are coming. Siphon some gas, Silverado on the street. I can taste it on my teeth on daylight savings morning. If I should go, if I should go, well, I'd do it for you. Peoria. In my hour of darkness, in my time of need, oh Lord, give me wisdom. Oh Lord, grant me speed. In my hour of darkness, I am chasing what I cannot see. I just argue with the birds singing too soon on daylight savings morning. I found the keys in your coat while you were still asleep. Who rejoices when the lost is found, the loser or the lost thing?
Jesus Christ.
Wow. Beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Chris has a beagle that can sing chord tones all at once, but you have to like ruffle it behind the ears.
Hold on. Let me hold that thought, Peter. Hold that thought.
Oh,
So excited to see what's going to happen.
I know, right? This is great. Let's highlight him for a moment here. Oh, who is that? Who is that?
We're taking care of this little one right now. She's 9 weeks old.
Oh, oh, what breed is this?
Come on now.
This is a Shih Tzu.
Oh,
Her name is Rosetta.
Rosetta.
Oh,
Oh my God.
that's amazing.
Good.
I love it.
Ow!
Oh, that's good news.
I was going to ask Chris, like, you know that daylight savings morning business. Have you found daylight savings morning to be a much more painful experience since you had a child? I have.
You can't count on anything.
No, there's nothing.
Anything.
No, you just go to bed later and or whatever. You don't get any extra sleep. It's just for weeks. For weeks, it's off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I feel like I'm still not caught up. My kid's 4.
No.
So this is like how many daylight savings? 8 daylight, back and forth. We got to get rid of it.
Yes.
Yeah, clearly the non-parents among us are the ones who instituted the policy.
Who's holding on to this?
Yeah.
The child free.
John Oliver has a series that he does called "Why Is This Still a Thing?" And daylight savings is among the "Why is this still a thing?" By the way,
I mean, truly, in this moment, shouldn't we be all having a real close look at what works and what doesn't?
right? I know. There's an idea.
Yeah.
Empiricism.
I mean, I'm having the close look, I'd like to say. There's no one's listening to me. I have some policy recommendations that have not been taken.
I came up with, I had this idea that from now on, every governmental office, everybody, the president, every alderman, Congress, Senate, state Senate, should all be done by lottery, just like jury duty. You just, a random citizen, you get a letter, you're the president, and our representatives would look like us. All of a sudden, like half of the Congress would be women, on and on, like just assign it randomly.
There's something to that.
There's a name for it, and the founders considered it. They called it sortition. And they were thinking that maybe that would be America. And I have a feeling that right now we'd all have like flying cars, and the world would be one giant forest, and there'd be parties everywhere.
For sure. Instead, the oligarchs in 1776 said, no, we're going to do it this way.
Exactly. Oh, God. All right. Someone is saying from Seattle, all shows henceforth need puppies. So.
Well, we're considering one, and Peter, you have a dog, right? So we could,
Naval
we
dog.
could do this again once we've acquired the dog, and it'd be fine.
It seems like a sound plan. We'll reconvene for puppies. All right. Here's a tune. This is a tune. This is called "Me and Albert." It's fair. It's about watching television with a cat. By the way, the reason this guitar sounds so very weird is because I have threaded a piece of stiff paper in between the strings. It's something that I saw Louise Taylor, the great guitar player and singer Louise Taylor, do at a round robin show at the Cafe Carpe in probably about 2004. Carol's gone, Carrie's gone, Chris is gone, Frank is gone, everybody's gone, and It's me and Albert, me and Albert, me and Albert. A cold wind shakes the window pane, the ticking of the winter rain, and only this refrain that goes me and Albert, me and Albert, me and Albert. Hey, 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 hey. There is trouble in the TV zone, so throw the dog a bone, and who will cast the stone? It is just me and Albert, me and Albert, me and Albert. Change the channel, there's a blonde, and would you like to be her friend? And emptiness abounds. It's me and Albert, me and Albert, me and Albert. Hey, 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 hey. Goddamn TV off and listen to the old pipes a cough and watch the shadows all go soft. Me and Albert, me and Albert, me and Albert. I am drifting off for dreams to catch. There atop the old blue couch, you look at me and stretch. It is just me and Albert, me and Albert, me and Albert. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Me and Albert. Oh,
I love that.
thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. By the way, Graham Parsons. There was a Graham Parsons quote in the tune you played just now, Chris. I was like, all through playing my tune, I was like, where's that from?
That's great. I'm glad you picked up on that. On the record, we actually took a tiny sample from that song and manipulated it very heavily, but it's in there buried.
Wow.
Cool.
Fun. What is Door County named for?
Port des Morts. So it was like that. You know, it's a very dangerous passage of water between here and Washington Island, where I have been with you, Mr. Mulvey.
Yes,
and,
I know.
So the Door of the Dead was what the French voyagers called it, and so that's how it got its name. It's very morbid, really.
Right. I mean, it's essentially really fast water that goes.
I guess so. I don't know that it's like fast as much as it is really unpredictable. It's a meeting since it's a peninsula and then there's the island above it. Like my impression is that many currents meet there in unpredictable ways, which is kind of true of Door County also, because there's it's not on the way to anything, so you just like kind of get like a very intentionally odd and cool and whatever assortment of people
Right.
who end up here.
It's like Alaska. It's like the Alaska of Wisconsin. Like
It
nobody's
is,
there by
and actually,
accident.
there is a town called Alaska on the road to Door County, Alaska, Wisconsin.
That's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I've been past it. All right. So now you're going to sing like a Los Angeles song, yes? Or
Well, I actually was gonna sing a song whose music video was shot in Los Angeles, but in Southern California, because thinking about Alaska, a place that is kind of like Cafe Carpe in that it's a cool Wisconsin place with music and great food, is Paradigm in Sheboygan, of course.
Oh, yeah. The
It's
great
one of my favorite
Paradigm.
places. Yeah. And we have taken to, on Saturdays, driving to Paradigm for muffins and driving home, because there's just like not a lot, you know, that I would rather do than go into Paradigm for 2 minutes with my mask on, say hi to Kate,
Right.
and like leave. Like that's great. So anyway, we drive back through the sort of hinterlands and through Alaska. It's worth saying. But I think I think I'll sing a road trip song because you know, like we all, I'm sure, miss road trips. We're so used to road trips. So
Oh my God.
here's a fantasy road trip song. This was about a fantasy even when we were allowed to go on trips. So here we go. Paradigm Lovers on there. Peter got excited. He wanted to sing his own road trip song. It's called Helen. Here in the North Country, mercury is dropping down. Boil the kettle, pour it out. It shatters when it hits the ground. And my words huddle in my chest, can't make them leave my mouth. Helen, let's go south. I seen you chopping wood, I seen you sneaking brandy in your tea. I seen you sitting at the bar, nobody's hand on your knee. I've been feeling lonely, more lonely than I ever thought I'd be. Helen, come with me. Leave this little town behind. Make that highway roar. I'll take off your long johns in the back seat. What do you think the back seat for? Ditch our car beneath the stars, pitch a tent on the canyon floor. I've never done that before. I'm gonna let that river run, let my cheek find your chin. Leave your shirt on the shore, shed our shame like a skin. Let my hands find your hips, let the Milky Way spin. Helen, let me in. Here in the North Country, day turns to night, turns to day. I seen you walking pretty and slow out on the frozen bay. Helen, I think I love you. Helen, could we run away to the canyon floor, to the Milky Way, to the canyon floor, to the Milky Way, to the Milky Way. Well, someday, that's what I'm gonna say.
Oh, marvelous.
So many good lines in that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Who is the Helen in question? I remember something about this, but remind me.
Well, I got the name from a poem. I mean, there are various people that I would think about, but I got the name from a poem that I wrote in college about this very cool like 80-year-old woman I was friends with as a kid, and I had written a poem about her swimming in a canyon, and I unearthed it, and I thought, and it kind of went from there. But I don't picture the song being about an 80-year-old woman anymore, but that was the jumping off point.
Wow.
The Long John's line was amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So good. So good.
Yes. You have to put sex in songs. It's important. Belongs there. And food. And food. Both of those things belong in songs.
Really, in a lot of different forums, they belong in.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. Chris, what have you got for us?
I'm going to do another tune off of that latest record. It's called Breathe.
Excellent.
I think it's just about just trying to understand somebody else's point of view that you just cannot, for the life of you, figure out how to get into.
Why would that come to mind?
I don't know, man. But yeah, it's just sort of puzzling over that and being like, what? And well, yeah.
All right. I'm in. Teach
right.
me.
Oh, I got no answers, Peter. Only questions. You try to reason with the bolted door. When you get lost in your mind at night, who you are and were before, know that I am yours if you are mine. I tried to get you back inside, but my keys don't unlock anything. I'm with the ghosts and angels killing time. 'Cause I'm nothing for you if I don't believe. The things we know and dare not breathe. The things we say and don't believe. The wall of roses fell. It climbed off the trellis and onto the wind. The beauty there we thought we held, just thorny whips looking for skin. Loving you is hoarding smoke. There's nowhere for you to go. But in my lungs and in my bones, I love you while it kills me slow. The things we know and dare not breathe. The things we say and don't believe. The stark relief of tree on snow. The color is gone, but comes the thaw. Tell me secrets, leave me notes on the paper they print Bibles on. The things we say and don't believe. The things we know and dare not breathe.
Ah,
Right?
yes.
Katie, your mother is a theologian, yes? Or
Yeah.
my mother has a master's in theology as well. God help us all.
I mean, that's probably why I love that line so much. What is it? Notes on the paper they print Bibles on?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh man,
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's great.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Frightening. Oh,
Frightening.
what is it? There's a Billy Collins poem about he discovered that one copy of the Gutenberg Bible um, would needed the skin of 144 lambs, 144 sheep to make the vellum, and he pictured them like crowded into an enclosure, and none of them wondered which one of them would bear the news that the Lord was a shepherd. One of the few things they all already knew. Oh God.
Wow.
Sorry, I had to.
I mean, maybe that's why the shepherd won't let the one lost sheep stay lost, is that it needs them all to print the Bibles on. You lose one sheep, you're short a book.
Right. Exactly. Oh God. All right, that's it. I'm singing a damn song. I'll see you guys in a minute. Oh man. In the long year of the knife, when everything was open, to the startled pale of bone, and to the quickened bloom of pain, we wept and bled and trembled in the doorway to the station. Oh, but when I was in Monaghan, she washed my hair with rain. When I was in Monaghan, she washed my hair with rain. With rain. You broke my throne, I stole the blade, I ground it on my father's wheel. Then I threw it in the river, where the river heads for south. And I raged just like an animal, though to see me all was still. Oh, but when I was in Monaghan, she kissed me on the mouth. When I was in Monaghan, she kissed me on the mouth. She kissed me. Beware of traveler, for the road is walking too. Beware of traveler, for the road is walking traveler, for the road is walking to. The road is walking to. You've been a ghost for so long, you can't know what I've become. Oh, but I still read through your dark eyes the bright news of the day. And now I know my good right arm is never growing back. Oh, but when I was in Monaghan, she dashed my tears away. When I was in Monaghan, she dashed my tears away. Idle tears. Beware of traveler. Beware of traveler. Beware of traveler. Beware, oh traveler.
That's one of my favorites of yours, Peter.
Thank you. I remember when I played at I think I sent it to you and you were.
Did, yeah.
Right, that was the deal. Thank you. Also,
Yeah.
I was really wishing I had a little keyboard that I could reach down and play. I was like, wait a minute, that's a great trick. Why not? Why not like the Moog pedals?
Yeah, could do that. I don't know if I'm coordinated enough. Well, I don't know. I guess you got to stop. You should get some. You should get some pedals, Peter. That'd be dope.
That's right.
That'd be dope.
That's the next move.
Mm-hmm.
Or Maple the dog.
Dog's got to have some job.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man, what if
Blow
you
away.
what if you could train the dog to control the MIDI controller?
Someone's done it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Someone's done it. It's guaranteed. What happens now, Katie Dahl?
Oh, what indeed? What happens now? Well, I think I sing a song about December and the darkest time of the year. I think that is what happens now.
I love it.
Because it is.
All
so-
right. Take it
all
away.
right.
Take it away.
All right. Well, I wrote this song in December, maybe 4 years ago. I know exactly. I like how I say maybe. That's how old my son is. I wrote it when I was pregnant in December, and many other months I was pregnant because one has to be pregnant for so many months. But yeah, I still think about it a lot. So it is called In the Dark. It's that time of year when it's hard to say what's being born again and what is dying. It's that time of year, brightest stars and the darkest days, woman heavy on a bed of straw, the cattle crying in the dark. Who brings the light in the dark? Who brings the light? Last night a whiteout snow, my love stacking wood, sparks in an iron stove, North Wisconsin, everything we'll never know, gut full of fear and good, the blanket that my mother wove, the life we've chosen in the dark, who brings the light in the dark, who brings the light. I've got a baby boy, I don't even know his name. He is sleeping here inside me. Tiny little baby boy, set to come with the springtime rain, set to stay for a little while beside me. In the dark, who brings the light? In the dark, who brings the light? In the dark, who brings the light? Yeah. It's that time of year when it's hard to say what's being born again and what is dying.
Man. Christmas songs.
Christmas songs. Our Christmas tree just fell over right before the show. I heard we were talking backstage before the show, and Chris mentioned that his 4-year-old is wisely out of the house. Mine is knocking over the Christmas tree, and but now I believe has been subdued by the sound of music. Or he had until there was a knocking at my door just now, but we'll just pretend that's not happening.
Willie Porter was in the round last night, and he had a tune, and it mentioned a mother in her car and the kids smearing food on the windows.
I heard that, and I felt it.
Right? Like that,
Yeah.
that's a detail that parents know. Like,
I know, and I thought about that song, and I thought, like, I love that it's not like a particular kind of food being smeared on the windows, because it doesn't really matter. It's like,
Right.
who knows what it is? You know, it could be anything, could be being smeared. It's just how it
Totally.
goes.
There's a way to smear anything.
oh, that's good news. I mean, like kids should hand out business cards. Like, you know, it's just like, hi, Timmy, there's a way to smear anything. Oh, God. Do you have a Christmas song? What do you have anything? Do you have a Christmas song or a smearing food song?
Oh, maybe a little of both, but neither directly.
All right. Oh, I'm intrigued now.
No, that's false advertising. Neither.
Okay.
Although maybe. See if you can read between the lines and find that in there. Let me know.
All right. We're on deck.
Now, this is a song called Begin to Begin. It's got a sort of a quarantine energy to it, accidentally. The places that I've been and may never see again. I won't say haunted, but I get visited. And it follows me around wherever I go. So all things being equal lately, I just stay at home. Listen to the refrigerator hum. And quietly hum along and wait for it to come. Begin to begin to begin to begin. Begin to begin to begin to begin. The dog knows it first. I can see it in her eyes. When she seeks me out, checks in, curls up, and resigns. Like she heard music from the other room that she could recognize. Some theme song to a rerun on the air all the time. She don't like it, she don't hate it, she just knows it's on. And there won't be conversation until the show is done. And I zone out and disappear, and it has begun. My darkness comes in darkness, and it stays till it is gone. Begin to begin to begin to begin. Begin to begin to begin to begin. Blinding light, trip and fall. I'm a bat trapped in the house, clicking for the walls. And I don't cry out no more, I just tiptoe down the hall. Baby, keep on sleeping. I get out the house, it's just before last call. The caramel brown bottles, Packers shit is on the walls. Suck it down, check the clock and beg another round. Bartender says, dude, your idea of a good time always feels like a breakdown. Text my therapist, 246 AM. Hey, it's Chris, it's been a while, it's happening again. I'll take the first hour that you can get me in. Begin to begin to begin to begin. Begin to begin to begin to begin. Begin to begin to begin to begin. Begin to begin to begin to begin.
That one is shattering.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. I remember once you put a thing you were working on up on Instagram, and I think what I wrote was "Diamonds come from mines."
Yeah, I think that was an early version of this song. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for that encouragement.
Oh God. Yeah. Yeah. Glad to. Well, I feel like one more edit of the song. You should put some. You should just smear some food on the windows of your car. It's not quite done.
Then the masterpiece will be revealed.
when I paint my masterpiece.
With ketchup packets from the drive-thru.
Exactly. Oh, true story. My father's older sister was a nun. She passed away maybe 15, 20 years ago. But, at her, I believe it was at her funeral, we go to the convent and I got into a conversation with a nun and I was asking her about first cousin, second cousin, first cousin once removed, second cousin once removed, like how that worked. And she got out like these salt and pepper packets and sugar and sweet and low packets and put them on the table in a diagram and said, these are brothers, these are cousins, first cousins. This is a first cousin once removed. She sort of laid it all out. And I got it. Like now I have it. I've had it since she explained it to me. But I said, now how do in-laws figure into all this? And she said, oh, for that we'd need ketchup packets. This is a celibate person. Anyway, all right. Well, we're coming to the last round here, and I just want to say we have 3 more of these shows. So tomorrow evening, I won't be part of the show, but on the Cafe Carpe Facebook page, they'll be streaming Randy Sabine and Corky Siegel. And then Sunday, we have 2 shows. We have a morning show with David Goodrich and Bill Camplin and myself. So that's the old men in succession of oldness. And then the evening show is the great Paul Seabar and the mighty Sista Strings and myself. So basically park your browser at the Cafe Carpe website. And I should stress this, anyone who is going through a hard enough time that they cannot donate to these shows, just tune in and share and like and comment. That's what these are for. And someone else will pick you up. So here's a Christmas song. I want to send this out to my former governor when I lived in Wisconsin, Scott Walker. Thank you guys.
A cheery one, huh?
Oh, yeah. This is, he, like a lot of governors, he said that it was unsafe to take refugees from the Middle East. And so I wrote this tune thinking that Mariam is the Arabic name for Mary. And I gave her a husband named Yusuf. And so this is a song called Mariam on the Train. Yusuf, he's a gentle one, but these days are not gentle days. When the next man shakes him down, he just bows his head and pays. The seats are hard, the windows cracked. Little else but bread and tea. Soon our daughter will be born. She will not know her family. Indiana, she will study at the university. She will be a dentist, and one day we'll visit her in Indiana. I saw a small girl in the crowd. Her eyes were wide and dark and kind. Her mother saw me look and stared, and then our train left them behind.
Love it.
Yes,
Aw.
yes.
Thank you guys for electing Governor Evers.
You're
We
welcome.
Yeah.
I saw him at Kavarna Coffee House in Green Bay just randomly. He was there and I said, "Are you our governor?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "I'm so glad." But it was so random to just see him at Kavarna Coffee House where I've seen you, Peter.
Oh, did we run
Also-
in?
Well, I came to your show there. You
Wow. Was it the one I did in the round with
John Stotts and Megan Bird
Yes.
and maybe
Wow.
somebody else.
Back in the day? Yeah, that was when I was doing my best to franchise the Lamplighter system into like various corners of the. Oh, I'm gonna make a Dollywood of the Cafe Carpe one of these days. Oh, all right. Do something
All right.
cheerful. Do you have something cheerful?
Okay, sure. Well, I was, that song kind of put me in mind of a cheerful Christmas cover. How do we think about it's? But it's not that cheerful. Don't worry.
Good.
I mean, that makes on the Christmas tree if that's what you're worried about.
okay.
Not that you seemed worried, but
Only inside.
only inside. I know. Well, I could tell. So okay. Well, this is by Minnesota songwriter named Neil Hagberg, who I love. He's part of a duo, Neil and Leandra, back in the day. And here we go. Well, I won't tell you that until after. If they told you he was a poor boy, would you come? If they told you he was a poor boy, would you come? If they looked you in the eye, said do not fear, he is the one, and they told you he was a poor boy, would you still come? Oh, listen to the angels. Oh, listen to the angels. Oh, listen to the angels high over Bethlehem. If they told you she wasn't married, would you come? If they told you she wasn't married, would you come? If they said this teenage mother would be the chosen one, and they told you she wasn't married, would you still come? Oh, listen to the angels. Oh, listen to the angels. Oh, listen to the angels high over Bethlehem. It was a long, long road to get there. Would you come? like the wise men on the camels, one by one. Well, it's a long, long road back to the child's faith you came from. If they told you it was a long road, would you still come? Oh, listen to the angels. Oh, listen to the angels. Oh, oh, listen to the angels high over Bethlehem. Ooh, high over Bethlehem.
Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
that's beautiful.
Really good.
I opened a show for Neil and Leandra in Utah in 1996.
Really?
Yes, I was driving out to a West Coast tour, and so I had a show in Utah, 4 days off, and then a show in Los Angeles. I remember I opened the show for Neil and Leandra, and then I slept on my brother's dorm room floor for the next 4 nights. Showbiz,
I mean, that's the dream right there.
living the dream. Yeah, my car never made it back from that tour. My car died. Like I went from LA up to Seattle, and then drove in 5 days to New York City, except that my car died in upstate New York. Oh God, living the dream, living the dream. I would do that again, but only to play at the Carp. Like there are no other venues. None of the rest of those gigs mattered, but I would do that for the Carp. I would do that for you guys.
Even those indignities sound kind of sweet right now.
Right? Ah.
Yeah. Anais Mitchell had a Twitter thread going of all the things that she would take. You know, like I would take you like moldy food in the green room fridge. Like I would take you,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, merch line. I don't know. I don't remember, but it was all the different things about gigs that you would think you miss and then you do.
Totally. Yeah, we did it. She and I did a run of shows in Alaska in the brief window before she became famous. And, the whole Alaska thing, like, peeing behind the car because, you're midway between Tok and Tonsina and there is no place to pee but in the road, like, and questionable hotel rooms with sort of probably creatures, like,
All that is true in Alaska, Wisconsin as well, I believe.
that's it. I can't wait to get back there and pee. All right. All right, Chris, take this show home, and then we'll come back and say our goodbyes.
All
Oh my
right.
God, what do you got?
Well, I guess kind of on the theme of accommodations on the road, I wrote this one in an Airstream on Puget Sound a while back when I had a few days off. I've been landlocked so long. When I see the ocean, I don't know how to look around. Something on the horizon, I don't know how to call it, but it looks like it's coming aground. I'm surrounded by eelgrass, slipping stones, beach glass, bird bones, and some starts pushing through my skin. I'm growing roots, I'm growing wings, I'm dripping poison from my fangs. It's all happening again. trying to tell you, but I get drowned out. Every call washing back on Puget Sound. It was the first time in a while. It was the worst timing. I got nobody here I can call. Hoping I can find a ride, 'cause I can see the water rising. Meet up with the tide, sky as it falls. Or is your city sinking? I'm going under. What does it matter who blinks first? Can you call it your own without taking everything coerced by some horrible thirst? I've been trying to tell you, but I get drowned out. Every call washing back on Puget Sound. Can the night tell the truth? Can you trust the moon smiling while it lies to you, pulling water at your feet? If I'm using you, I hope you're using me. Find a kinder tide to pull you where you need to be, 'cause my time is spilling out. I got too much to keep. I'll try you again in a couple of weeks. I keep holding on to all of this, 'cause there's nowhere I can set it down till the tide recedes. I've been trying to tell you, but I get drowned out. Every call washing back up on Puget Sound.
Wow. Oh, that was beautiful.
Thank
Love
you.
that.
This has been such a lovely night. Here
Indeed.
we all. Well, thank you, Katie Dahl. Thank you, Chris Porterfield. Thank you so much to the audience. Thanks to Bill and Kitty and Satch. Oh, you guys, the next time we get to play the actual Cafe Carpe, Satch has spent the pandemic hooking up cameras and, wires and lights and routers. So we will get to bring the intimacy of the Cafe Carpe out into the just barren wasteland of the internet.
Excellent.
That's very good.
All right. Thank you so much. And
Thank you, Peter. Thanks for being such a fine host and for having us.
Oh, well,
Yes, thanks so
once,
much.
once they call it Dollywood, Collywood at the Carp. All right. Thank you. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Take care.